And Sports 360 AZ continues their women's college basketball preview here in Tempe with head coach Molly Miller, Arizona State Sun Devils. Molly, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So there has been so much new for you this offseason, new school, new roster. Just how has it been kind of making this transition here to Tempe?
I always say I'm like the freshman crashing the party. I'm the rookie of it all, but I'm excited. I'm that excited freshman that's ready to see what's on the horizon, and I couldn't have been welcomed with more open arms from the staff, the administration, the head coaches here in Tempe. Arizona State has really welcomed me like family, and so that's been a blessing.
As we look at your roster, the past couple years at GCU, there were certainly players going in, going out, but you really had a core that you were able to build around. Now it's completely new here. How does that change the way you construct a roster?
I think the good part is it's really competitive right now because I have not coached a single kid on this roster. So I said, you're going to start with a clean slate. I have no preconceived notions of who you are as a basketball player, who you are off the court, what you're doing in the classroom. You get to write your story. So I think that's a really cool part that we're all starting this journey at the same starting line, but it's a fresh start for a lot of these players.
As you're building, you have so much new, as we said, when you're building your non-conference schedule. How do you balance making sure everybody's settled and you have that identity versus preparing for a tough Big 12 slate coming up?
Yeah, I think you want to ramp it up as it goes. My first year we inherited a lot. We had to move some things. It was a quick puzzle you have to determine. So there were some challenges there that you really can't help or really have a say in. But, towards the end of our non-conference, we had some wiggle room to move some things around. And for me, it was I want to really challenge us before we go into conference play. So in about 6 or 7 days, we're on the road 3 times to Penn State, to Gonzaga, to Oregon State, all on the road, all testing us coast to coast, challenging great teams. So that's going to be a good test as we leap into conference play in the Big 12.
We talk a lot about players and their pregame routines, but what's your pregame routine? What does that look like as you're getting ready for a game?
Well, I'll come and we'll have shoot around, and then after shoot around, you have this basically big gap before tip-off, and I'll study film again. I'll go over scout in my mind. I'll rewatch the team, see if there's any nuances that I need to pick up before we take the court. And then it's some quiet time. I'll read my Bible. I'm a faithful person, so I just kind of sit alone and think and get into this calm space. And that also gives me confidence to believe that this is bigger than me. This is a whole lot of people coming together for a great cause, and I might be the leader, but every single person matters in our program, in our team, in our fan base, the people that are watching on TV. So it's just a calming moment for me, and then we get ready to go, and we're going to do this.
We're hitting on each program here in the state, including NAU. Coach Dinkins, who you coach together at GCU, what can she do now leading that program up there?
I'm so proud of her, and if anything, she'll bring the energy, she'll bring the culture. She's got to set, the tone, and I've seen her do that from the recruiting landscape, from the X's and O's landscape, from the media landscape. She's the whole package, and I couldn't be prouder when you it's a feather in your cap when you can see some of your assistants move on and fulfill their goals and their dreams of becoming a head coach.
What should we ask her?
You should ask her what is something she's taken with her from last year, and what's something that she decided to just nix? Say, nope, Molly, I didn't like the way she did that. I'm curious about that one.
All right, well, great stuff, Coach. Appreciate the time, and good luck this year.
Thank you.